mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
MSNBC takes you behind the walls of America's most notorious prisons into a world of chaos and danger. Now, the scenes you've never seen. Lock Up Raw. Inside prisoner jail, regrets are never in short supply.
They actually killed an innocent kid. That haunts me.
And as if watching Lock Up isn't warning enough for some.
I'm just telling him he will get up on my butt. This is the place where people come to die.
Prisons and jails use inmates to warn troubled teens before it's too late.
This money your mother's money on weed,
You have an hour's worth of tape, so you...
Others express their regrets with personal cameras. We call inmate cams.
I just wish that I can do it all over again.
During a typical lockup interview, we have our producer, our director of photography, our audio technician, an associate producer, and various staff members in the room kind of surrounding the inmate. And it can be difficult sometimes to get an intimate interview with so many people around. So we created the inmate cam, where it's basically a small digital camera we give to the inmate.
So we have this camera, it's super simple to use. It's already turned on for you.
They can take it into their cell, turn it on, press record, and the results are dramatic.
We are the world surrounded by serial killers and material girls trapped in men's bodies. Got one eye like Cyclops, replace pets with robots named iPod and Xbox. Fireballs falling from the sky, mudslides where the man can't explain why it's snowing in the summertime with Christian vice lords and Muslim folks feasting off clone sheep, seeking truth as we blind, dude. Time goes by. Doing good, we doing bad in the last days.
A Wabash locked up, extended stay. And hell yeah, the stay is extended. Judge gave me 50 years. 50. That's 5 decades, man. I'm gonna do y'all a quick walk around my cell real quick, man. You know, show y'all my cell, man. Show y'all what's going on in my cell. Show y'all what I live, how I live. All right, wake up. That's my bed. It ain't that thick, you know what I mean? It's my window. This is my window. That's the gate teasing me with freedom. You see how cars run by? Going places I can't go? I'm trying to paint a picture for you so you can understand what I'm going through.
I look out the window a lot.
A lot of inmates have the hopes and aspirations of going home because of the nature of my crimes, the brutality, the heinous and gruesome events that occurred. I know that I'll never see the streets again.
This right here, as pathetic as that is to say, this is my pillow. Doesn't nobody touch it. Ain't nobody gonna touch it. You know? I put my head on it. I cradle it at night like it's another person, you know? Because it's one of the things you wish you had. Now, do I want the company of another person here? Hell no. As in Ray say. And that's another thing I don't understand, but I ain't even gonna get on that subject.
When we give them those cameras, we have no idea what we're gonna get. And it's been amazing, really. I mean, they come up with these great angles, come up with fascinating stories. It's funny.
I got a $100 bill tattooed on my but you know I can't show that to the camera.
And it's often heartbreaking.
That's all I do is sit here and think about my little boy. Keep his pictures right here under the mat. Man, I don't know. Hell.
I don't have no kids. I don't have a girlfriend.
Philip Stroud, serving life without parole, used his inmate cam to reach out to the families of the 3 men he murdered during a robbery.
Every day I gotta live what I did. I just wish that I can do it all over again. Not for the sake of being in here. me being here, because I've been locked up my whole life. But so y'all can have y'all loved ones back.
Is this place stressful? Hell yeah, it's stressful. This is one of the stressfulest things you can do. This is what I wake up to every morning. A steel door and a piece of glass. I mean, these places are so petty. They count the rolls of toilet paper you get. This is what you get every week. 4 rolls of toilet paper. You're allowed 3 khaki outfits. You're allowed 1 coat. You're allowed 2 blankets. Everything's counted in here.
Oh, now you're recording.
For Joshua Coffey, who was sentenced to 6 years for burglary, the only thing more frightening than prison was the thought of leaving.
I got 9 days. I got 9 days before I'm thrust back out into society. And I'm not free. Nobody thinks about freedom as something to be nervous about, you know. Because everybody that ever does anything wrong, we're scared to go to prison. I'm damn near scared to go home. You know? And the bad part is I got a family that loves me. You know? They might not understand me. They might not agree with the things I do. But ultimately, they love me. And I know that. And I hope I don't let them down.
Hello, everybody. It's me, the Stone.
James Stone wishes he had Coffey's problems. He's serving 101 years for attempted murder.
That's everything I pretty much got right there. You're not really allowed to have a whole lot here.
He's already served 26, but has another 25 to go before he's even considered for parole.
I know one guy, and I'm not going to mention his name. He gets out next year. I think it's May, the 1st of May of next year. For his 3rd murder. 3rd murder. He's done been locked up for 3 murder bits. And because he keeps taking plea bargains, I guess that makes him better than me. I ain't got a death involved in my crime, but this guy's done killed 3 people on drive-by gangland shooting crap and still can't hit his target, and they still release him. Well, it all makes no sense to me. Maybe that's why Lady Justice keeps blind, because she don't really want to see this. It don't make no sense.
Several inmates use their inmate cams to offer a word to the wives.
Don't come to prison, man.
Warning others not to make the same mistakes they made.
Being locked up is real lame. It's not a game. There's no movie. There's no rap song. When it goes down and you get popped, this is what it's gonna be, man.
When your buddies want you to join up with their little clique, their little gang, hey, let's sell a little crack. Oh, let's go get that little $200-300 from the liquor store or something like that. Just think about that. Is it worth it? Really? Is it worth it?
This ain't the place to be. This here, this is where you come when you're scared of living life. This is where you come when you've given up, basically, on everything else.
Look at your family. Look at yourself. See what you really got to lose.
This is your future. Right there. Bam.
Coming up.
His neighbors sweating, tossing, turning, hearing the kids scream, falling in.
Awaiting trial for murder, an inmate repudiates his former gang life.
I don't want this lifestyle for no one. They use you, spit you up.
Many inmates say that coming to jail made them reassess their lives, if not drastically overhaul them. We can never know with certainty how sincere those claims are. But when an inmate repudiates his gang, as 25-year-old Daniel Miramontes did. It adds credence to their story.
I ran the streets, grew up in the streets, life in the streets. What you see is what the streets created.
We met Miramontes at the Orange County Jail. He said before coming here, he was a member of a Los Angeles street gang and a meth addict. It seemed out of sorts with a young man who enjoyed reading novels and writing poetry.
I like to read a lot. I like Nicholas Sparks. Walk to Remember, The Notebook.
Oh, so like romantics.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for that.
Do you cry when you read the sad parts?
Yeah. Most of the guys don't want to admit that because, hey, we're in jail. You know? I don't care.
But Miramontes was facing the possibility of a lifetime in prison.
Been down almost 2 years. My charges are special circumstance murder. Big case. Big case.
Miramontes had entered a not guilty plea and was still awaiting trial when we met him. The night of the murder, he says he was visiting friends in an Orange County gang and that they were all drinking and high on drugs. While driving around their neighborhood, his friends stopped to confront a 19-year-old man who had allegedly flashed a rival gang sign.
What ended up happening was the Orange County homeboys exited the vehicle and a fight ensued, which turned into a stabbing, which turned into a slashing, and the victim's neck was cut and he bled to death at the scene.
Miramontes admits to being in the car, but says he never participated in the murder.
I'm from LA. I'm not from Orange County, so why bother getting in the mix? So I just decided to stay in the car. One of those situations, you're in a bad place at the wrong time, you know? I was there, so I'm here now, facing a long time.
Miramontes says even though he wasn't involved in the murder, he's paying a price beyond just being in jail.
There's nightmares, sweating, tossing, turning, hearing the kids scream, falling. Just plays in my head sometimes. Later on, we find out that the little kid wasn't even a gangbanger. So I feel bad because they actually killed an innocent kid that didn't even gangbang. That haunts me.
Though Miramontes maintains his innocence in this case, he admits to past violence with his gang.
Well, the things that I did was like little things, you know? Shootouts with the different gang members, but never actually killed no one. I injured them? Yeah. Killed them? No. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a hardcore gangster homie. No. My things were usually on drugs, weapons, money. Easy. I had good grades in elementary, junior high, and high school. I graduated with 3.17. I'm a certified electrician. People used to say, hey, he works, he has a good job. But I started hooking up with different people, older friends, older guys. Serious business. So I was, hey, easy money. I'll do that favor for you, and you know, let's go.
What was the easy business?
Delivering, here, there, meth. They used me to do all these runs. Was I getting paid good money? Yeah. Was it worth it? Not really. But that's one thing that I thank God for being locked up, is because being in the street, when I was in the street, oh man, I was bad. I would have been probably dead within a month, a week, a year, the way I was going. I really didn't care what I was doing. Hanging out in the streets all day. There was one time I didn't sleep for like 4 to 6 days. Just running around here, running around there. Bad. Using meth a lot. Maybe that's why I'm so skinny.
Miramontes spends large parts of his day drawing, reading, or writing poetry. He says he's forsaken his gang and is now housed in protective custody. But he says it's worth it.
Well, I don't want this lifestyle. Look where it got me. No? I don't want this lifestyle for no one. They use you, spit you up.
His analogy was, it's like bubble gum. When you put it in, it's real fresh and chewy. You chew it up for a little while and you spit it out. And that's his analogy of the game. He was used when he was soft and vulnerable. And once he got a little hard and a little stale, they spit him out.
You know, I have to ask this. You're talking to me about a lot of your activity on the street. Does that put you in any danger?
If it happens, it happens. I just try to give a message out to, to people out there that the gang life is not good. They use you and spit you. Killing a little kid is not good. You want to kill somebody that took your brother's life? Go ahead and do it. Just don't kill innocent kids that don't gangbang. That's bad.
But it's okay to kill another gangbanger.
If you kill your brother, if you shot your house.
But when does it stop?
It doesn't. I guess it keeps going until rather they kill you, you kill them. You get busted for life for killing that guy. Or he gets busted for killing you. It doesn't.
While awaiting trial, Miramonte says he made a conscious decision to not let jail bring him down.
I love it out here. This is paradise. I mean, you could just picture it. Background, the noise. You got a little water running, but my imagination plays it as the ocean. It's good. Being in here is like, hey man, I'm in Hawaii or something. Better place than being in jail, right?
Although he could face a life sentence if he is found guilty, Miramontes has chosen optimism over pessimism.
Don't think negative. No matter how dark the world gets, just laugh. Just laugh. Laugh when there's nothing else to do. Laugh when the pain gets too much. That's what I do. I live my life by my own philosophy. And in here is, yesterday was a dream, right? But tomorrow's only a vision. So make every yesterday a dream of hope. And tomorrow, a dream of happiness.
Coming up.
Right now, I have 6 staff members. There's 384 inmates in this gym. It's very dangerous.
One of the nation's most infamous prisons is bursting at the seams.
Don't let us catch you up in here. This ain't no regular penitentiary. This the hole, man.
There are approximately 2.3 million people doing time behind bars in America today. That's more than China and Russia combined. And over the years, we filled in various prisons across the U.S. where we witnessed overcrowding, overwhelming conditions that really lead to a dangerous environment.
Our first ever extended stay series was shot at California's fabled San Quentin State Prison. Designed to house just over 3,000 inmates, it was home to more than 5,000. When we shot there, Robert Ayers was San Quentin's warden.
We are grossly overcrowded, which is just totally unacceptable for the inmates and the staff.
You been here before? No. All right, come over here and stand on the fence right there.
The incoming population at San Quentin was relentless, with staff releasing 150 inmates each week, but welcoming 350 new ones.
Let's go, Joe. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Clear the door.
Many of them wound up in the gym, which had been converted into a huge overflow housing unit.
When I first walked into the dorm in San Quentin, I was taken aback by how many people were packed into this small area. It was very loud.
Attention in the building. James, report to the lieutenant's office upstairs.
There's always people talking, people yelling. Some people in there were trying to read, and some people in there were trying to sleep. So you'll have a big group of people having a conversation over here while a guy's trying to sleep over here. Most people would tie towels around their head to try to block out some of this noise.
Give me in there one time.
Officers strive to maintain order in this potentially dangerous housing area through regular inspections for weapons and other contraband.
Go down and lock your locker, man.
Can I move something out of mine real quick? Come on,
Come
man.
on. Come on.
Luckily, I don't have nothing illegal.
as long as you don't go in my locker.
You got the drugs, you got the inmate manufactured alcohol, you got the gangs, you got the weapons. So it can be real dangerous at times.
Right now, I have 6 staff members. There's 384 inmates in this gym. It's very dangerous.
Gentlemen, on your rack, on your rack, on your rack.
With so many inmates crowded in the gym, correctional officers are challenged to keep minor confrontations from turning into chaos.
What's wrong, dog? He talking. That's all that is. Huh? No, he telling me just now he trying to run my life. He ain't running his own. You just want medical down? I'm cool. I'm straight. I'm just telling him he will get up in my butt.
Everything down here is observation. Just watching, listening, getting a feel for the dorm. If you're always watching, you can tell when something's starting to go bad. Hopefully stop it before it gets bad. You know, these inmates have to share everything, share the restrooms, share the showers, day room area. So respect is a big thing in here. Inmates are all respecting each other, everything's fine, but if you come into a disrespect issue, that's where things get sketchy.
During our stay at San Quentin, we witnessed one small but dramatic step the prison was taking to stem the flow of new inmates. Coming up,
every man inside of this building has a date that they're gonna die.
a group of teenagers learns the cold, hard facts about life at San Quentin.
Do you want to use this restroom? When you come to prison, this is what you're putting yourself in.
Built in 1852 and home to California's death row, San Quentin State Prison was bursting at the seams due to overcrowding when we shot our extended stay series there. But San Quentin had one program designed to discourage troubled teens from ever joining its ranks in the future. Through the Squires program, selected inmates shared their experiences with teenagers who had already had run-ins with the law.
What we need you to understand is you're in San Quentin this morning. You're in a place that no kid should ever want to be in. You should be out playing somewhere in the park, but you're here because of something you did.
What's your first name? Angel. Angel? Yeah. Okay, how old are you? 13. Miguel. Okay.
I'm 16.
Jonathan, I'm 16 too.
What you want to know, that this is your life, man. You have an opportunity to leave out of this place and never come back.
Let me introduce myself to you guys. My name's David. I'm about to be 25 years old in a few more months, but I've been in prison since I was 15 years old for murder.
David Monroe was serving a 15-year-to-life sentence after having pled guilty to second-degree murder.
I banged before. I've been on the streets before. I'm from Stockton. I done did it before, all of it. Everything you guys say you did, everything you guys think that you done did, that we ain't did, we did it. Not only saying me, just it's really just about us not scolding the kids. It's not a scare straight, but we try to give you the communication part. Like, look, man, this is what I did, and this is what it got me. Like, this is the trophy that I was trying to earn. Is this what you want to earn? And most kids, they don't. Do you want to come to jail at 15 years old? Do you want to come to prison and have to be on the yard? Yay, stand up. Let me see how tall you are. This was me.
He was my size?
This was me when I came to prison. They're 15, and they look at me and like, oh my God, are you serious? And that's usually what I get, like, are you serious? 15 years old, they locked you up? Can they do that?
At 15, Monroe's involvement in gang violence changed his life forever.
They say you have a gun, you carry a gun, eventually you're gonna use it, and it did happen. We were just with a girl having fun, talking. I seen somebody walking by. We had a confrontation, and I asked him some questions about his gang affiliation and if he had problems with my gang or my street or the red period, the color red, and he said yes. And me trying to prove myself to my peers, like, yeah, okay, I'll show you that I'm down. and I reacted, and I shot him 6 times. And I ended up murdering him for basically a color.
I never planned to commit a robbery. He never planned for his future to be doing a murder. He never planned for his life to be committing attempted murder. It all came about by the behavior and the lifestyle we chose. Say you do a robbery, what do you think is going to happen?
If you get caught, then you go to juvie.
What about your mom? What do you think going to happen to her?
She's going to be sad and cry.
And hurt, right?
Yeah.
And you shaking your head, so you know that it can happen to your mother too?
Yeah.
Okay, if y'all know this, why would you put yourself in that situation?
Maybe you got to take a risk sometimes.
Take a risk sometimes?
Yeah.
You don't think about it, and that's the part about being a juvenile. You're not fully thinking of what you're doing. You're just trying to be cool. You're trying to fit in.
I'm real offended by what you said, and I'm putting myself in your mama's shoes right now. You telling me you willing to sell your mama out for whatever it is you think you needed. What was you robbing for?
It's worth it. You must really want it, so you're taking a risk to do it.
What was you? I don't care what you say. It was worth it. Ain't nothing worth my mama to me. Nothing. You guys ain't never really paying attention to how you hurting your mom.
Monroe never realized how his crimes would hurt his own mother until the day he was sentenced.
When the judge had actually said it, you're a cold-blooded murderer, and I'm tried you as an adult to be sentenced to 15 years of life in prison, I heard my mom scream. And it's horrible. It was a horrible feeling. Like, physically, emotionally, mentally, it was just horrible. And, you know, I put my head in my lap and I cried.
The boys are also given a preview of the stark conditions they might face if they ever enter the California prison system.
I want you guys to get a good look at this restroom. This is where you're going to use the restroom. Look how they take care of this place. Do you want to use this restroom? You come to prison, this is what you're putting yourself in. Because you have no privacy once you're in prison. That's what you guys are coming to.
Yeah.
The boys are then taken to the prison block that holds those condemned to death.
First off, I just want to let you guys know that, like, I seriously hate this place right here. This is the place where people come to die. Every man inside of this building has a date that they're gonna die. Do you guys know the exact day you're gonna die? That's none of our intentions, is to murder somebody, die, and be a big old gang hero. We just try to educate them. That's the main thing. Is they need to know what they're doing wrong and know how to change it.
You can make a difference today. You don't have to wait until you get to condemned row. You can keep your birthday and don't know your death date. You can do that. It's up to you. Can you guys do that? Are you guys willing to take that chance?
Really, what I got out of it was I don't want to end up in jail. So I got to start watching what I'm doing, start making better choices. Because one little messed up choice could ruin my whole life.
The thing I learned is I don't want to be here. That's about it. It ain't a good place to be.
It has to come within you. You have to want to change. I've always said this, that this is for my victim. I can't give him his life back, but I can save somebody else's life because of what I did. But I hope his family knows that, you know, what happened to him, it's not in vain anymore. Some people are actually being saved.
All right, y'all take care, man. Take care. Hopefully we don't see you again. That's the hope. We don't see you again.
San Quentin is just one of numerous prisons or jails across the nation where inmates and staff provide cautionary tales for troubled youth. At the Suffolk County Jail in Boston, Massachusetts, we encountered another program called Jailbreak.
Just remember, when you're visiting here, you're going to get experience what it is to be in jail. They're going to have you empty everything out of your pockets, put it into locker. Make sure you take everything out of your pockets, all right? Hat, you take the hat out. Show some respect. Take everything out of your pockets. Change quarter nickels, anything. Bus passes.
When we film in a prison or a jail, we do our best to be a fly on the wall. In the case of Jailbreak, these kids came in and, yeah, they were definitely aware of the camera.
You scared? Are you scared? How about you? No. You're not scared right now?
No. There's no reason to be scared, to tell you the truth.
At the same time, I don't think it was necessarily the camera that affected them in the way that they had an attitude or they had this certain bravado. I think it was more relating to the age.
Everybody stand up. I'm right over there. Right now, all you're gonna do is empty your pockets, take your jackets off. Nothing should be around your wrist, in your ears, or in your pockets. Everybody over here. Put these uniforms on over your clothes. Hurry up. These kids are from the Boston Public Schools. They were suspended from school because of something that they did.
Tuck your shirt to the side, guys. Everybody, tuck your shirt to the side.
Once they have the uniform on and I start yelling at them and start talking to them in a way that, you know that I'm in control, then they don't know what to do, so they just break down. You're 12 years old, dude. 12 years old and you want to cut somebody, assault somebody. Okay? Keep on smiling like there's something funny here, all right? Keep your mouth shut.
16-year-old Damon Pope, however, who had recently been caught with marijuana, appeared determined to not break down.
You're in jail right now, 16. You'll be 17 in a month. And you have this attitude like you're too good to be in this place. You're gonna run this place. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You think you're that good? You goals?
Tell me about your goals.
My goals, trying to entrepreneur, own a business, possibly take over this jail, Then I can just be at home like Donald Trump, collecting money, writing checks, possibly writing you a check,
That sounds great.
I'll tell you what your goals are. You're gonna be in one of these units, all right, if you continue to do the things that you're doing. In a month, I'll give you less than that, okay? Because 17 years old, you'll walk through that back door and you will not leave. You understand me? You will not leave. And that's what's gonna happen to you. That's where you're going. Everybody, put your arms out, put your thumbs down. All the way up. I don't have anything big enough for him. Grab a piece of string and tie his arms together. He's not even strong enough to break that.
Yo, these are mad tight.
Oh, they're not made for comfort, all right?
I'm
Get
not
used
here
to
to
them.
be in
Get used to
jail,
them.
so-
Get used to them.
Why you so
Keep your mouth
rude?
shut.
What I
Keep
do
your
to
mouth
you?
shut. I don't like punk little kids coming into my jail thinking it's cool.
But I ain't disrespect you, though.
I don't care. All right?
So why you
I don't
disrespect
care because you're in
me?
my jail thinking you're tough.
I didn't
okay?
think I was tough.
Keep
Did
your
I
mouth
say
shut.
that?
That's what I want you to do right now. Okay? That's what I want you to do right now. Pick up your feet and move.
This a life you want to have?
The boys are escorted into the jail and placed in separate cells.
Face that corner right there.
Are you making your mother proud? No? Are you going to change your ways? You know you got a friend coming, right? You got a roommate. Are you ready for him? Oh, you are? You're ready for him, huh?
Coming up,
Take these sneakers off right now, mother. Kick them off. Tough guy.
the kids meet the inmates.
Getting money and smoking weed is going to end you in jail or time.
During our extended stay shoot at the Suffolk County Jail in Boston, 3 inmates, pre-selected by jail staff, were about to introduce themselves to 4 young men participating in the jailbreak program.
The 12-year-old in cell 1, he's here for cutting his teacher.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up? How old are you?
We have 2 fireworks in school,
What you in here for? What you in here for? What you in here for?
marijuana in 3,
This is funny, huh?
and marijuana in 4.
You think this is a game? You think this is a game? Huh?
1 in 4 is 16. Birthday's next month, so he's a heartbeat away from being in here.
Getting money and smoking weed is gonna end you in jail or time. Either or. Either or. Take your sneakers off right now. Take your sneakers off right now, mother. Kick them off. Tough guy.
They always take their shoes away because it's something that they know that happens in jail, and we tell them, you come to jail, you're gonna lose your shoes.
Take your sneakers off. Take off. Put your hands up. Are you gang banging? Money your mother's money on weed, huh? Why you crying if you ready to you crying for? Take that smile off your face first of all, man.
Okay, why you crying now?
Boogie dripping down your face.
What do you feel like, T?
I don't know.
It didn't scare you?
Kind of.
Kind of what?
Kind of like scared and all that. Just kind of.
I saw you crying.
No, I wasn't.
Did he cry?
He did. Huh? Why are you crying now? You wasn't crying when you cut your teacher.
Oh, you cut your teacher?
Yeah, you back up a little bit.
Nah, fam. Nah, you gotta get this, dog. You gotta, you ain't get this. Niggas ain't gonna back up, man. Dog right now. What you won't come to jail for, right? A pair of these, right? Well, I'm gonna take them from you.
Whose sneakers are these?
I'm gonna take these. These are yours?
Who brought them?
I'm keeping them. Yeah, you can have those. Take those.
You brought those, right? You can have those.
Those are yours. These are mine. You
You want them? Come take them. Let me see you take them. Yeah. That's what happens in here every day. That's what happens. I'll take your shit. I'll take your shit. I'll take yours. I'll take yours. And you won't do nothing about it. You understand? You understand me? Yes. What? I can't hear you. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right, guys. Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go.
It's not often that you see all the inmates, working together towards a common cause. And once those kids were brought up into that unit, you could tell that everyone was there to put the fear inside them.
They're going already. Are you in there on the wall? Does it look like you any good? You won't be a good player, right?
While the three younger boys seemed shaken at times, 16-year-old Damon Pope maintained his nonchalant attitude.
Can you tell me your time?
Why, you got somewhere to go?
Nah, because I'm like...
Just keep your mouth shut, all right?
I really don't get my sneakers.
Keep your mouth shut.
You know how much I
What'd I tell you? I don't give a how much you paid. All right, you're in jail. You're in jail. Okay? Welcome to National Street Jail. Step your back to the wall.
We followed the kids up to one of the housing units so they could see where one of their next bedrooms could be if they continued on this path. And I think that was probably one of the scariest parts for the kids, the idea of being locked up actually inside of a cell.
Get in there. Welcome home. Oh, there's only 2 beds. You guys share beds. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. That's where you're going to be. That's how you want to live, little. And you want to cut people. I'm with a bunch of killers now. You want to cut people. They can't let you out the door when you want to go home now. Go in there. Go. I'm going to put you in there with them. They always sneakers on. They always put you in there with them. Put them in there. Put them in. I want to see. He's going to go in there with them anyway. Yeah, he's going in. You want to go in there? Let's go. Let's go. You got a bed for him? No? Oh, no, he can sleep on a bed with me. Oh, okay. That's my new bitch. Get in here. When one person's using the bathroom, what is the other one going to do? This is going to be you. This is the vibes. This is it. This is your view right here. Right here. It's steel. It's not a curtain. It's not blinds. It's just bars. That's your home. That's your bed.
You guys stay in one room the whole time for every day of the year, for how long you're here for? That's crazy.
Everybody out. Let's go. Stand over here. Everybody else, go that way. You think this sneakers are big boy? Whose sneakers are those? They were yours, right? They're his now. Ask him if you can have your sneakers back. You don't want to ask him. Grab your shoes. Merry Christmas. Get out of here.
Are you scared you're gonna end up here?
If they keep doing the thing they're doing, yeah.
You're gonna go in the bathroom, you're gonna take my uniforms off, you're gonna fold them nice and neat, and you're gonna bring them out to me. Everybody understand, right? Yes. Keep on making those noises. Keep on making noises. What am I doing, though? Just because you're walking out the front door doesn't mean you won't see me again and you won't be back in this place.
You're not gonna be back.
3 weeks. Remember that.
Google me.
Remember that. Google me. I won't have to. You'll just check you up in the computer when you get there. He's gonna end up in this place if he really doesn't change. He's really gonna end up in here. And he's so close to being 17. And at 17, you will end up in this place. And he doesn't understand that. He thinks everything is a joke, and he thinks he could do this.
You're a good dude, like, no lie, like, you do your job well.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't have to do my job with you. The other 3, I think they learned their lesson.
Pope might have as well. Nearly a year after our shoot, he had not returned to the Suffolk County Jail. Coming up.
Ain't done no wrong.
Inmates who use their time to hone their talents.
Out in California.
Depending on the inmate, doing time can result in endless boredom or inspire new heights of creativity.
It's the V-twin motor.
This inmate, who asked to only be identified by his nickname, Lucky, used his time at San Quentin State Prison to create intricate models from soap, foil, and paper.
I carve it out. That's the tread of the tire. made out of soap. Takes a long time. I've been doing it for like 6 years, and it keeps me from being depressed and angry and everything else.
What do these bags mean to you? What do they represent?
I don't know, I guess freedom. Because, you know, you got to be free to actually ride them.
Lucky's models were more than just a hobby. He made one special bike as a gift to his daughter, whom he had never met.
She's 9 years old. She's never had her dad. And I don't know how to be a father, so I really don't know what to give her. I want to give her something she don't have.
We met Christopher Lashbrook at the Lyman Correctional Facility in Colorado. He spent much of his time practicing his music. It was the primary link that connected him to his father. The relationship was nearly destroyed by abuse.
My dad tried everything to punish me. The slaps and kicks turned into punches and headbutts, broken nose.
There's no doubt about it. He was abused at my hands.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing?
I love my dad. There is distance between us because I spent so much time incarcerated. The bond that's always kept him and I together has been the music.
You're my teacher. He taught me how to play, man.
He's a musician, and he's rubbed that off on me, and I've been fortunate enough to have that talent.
In some cases, a prison sentence allows an inmate to discover a talent he might never have known he had. For Clay Lopez at California State Prison Corcoran, doing time led him to the harmonica.
I'm almost 50 years old, and I'll be over 50 when I get out, so I don't have a career or anything, so I thought, well, you know, if I learn to play the harmonica, I can at least pay my own rent when I get out there. Even as a street musician, if I'm sober, I think I'll do okay. I started to play the harp better when I lost this tooth. I started getting the twangy sound the way it's supposed to sound, and I was never so happy to lose a tooth. Makes this harp sound real good. You can play what you feel without reading music, and I've tried to play guitar, piano, all kinds of stuff, and I never went anywhere, and not that I'm going anywhere with this, but I know a few songs, mostly hymnals, gospel songs, and a few of my own, and it just expresses me. And
Lopez was serving a 20-year sentence on 27 counts of burglary. But it was his exposure to inmates serving life terms that inspired him to pay them tribute through his songs.
I just wanted to do something for the lifers to kind of express them. Well, I could sing you the last verse and speak for itself. It goes, ain't done no wrong since the days of old. Out in California, ain't no parole when I'm carried away in the coroner's car. Someone tell the warden to please ship me to the Dixie line. Because the only way they're going to get out is when the angels come down and pick them.
Rolls of toilet paper you get. This is what you get every week. 4 rolls of toilet paper. You're allowed 3 khaki outfits. You're allowed 1 coat. You're allowed 2 blankets. Everything's counted in here.
Oh, now you're recording.
For Joshua Coffey, who was sentenced to 6 years for burglary, the only thing more frightening than prison was the thought of leaving.
I got 9 days. I got 9 days before I'm thrust back out into society. And I'm not free. Nobody thinks about freedom as something to be nervous about, you know. Because everybody that ever does anything wrong or scared to go to prison. I'm damn near scared to go home. You know? And the bad part is I got a family that loves me. You know? They might not understand me. They might not agree with the things I do. But ultimately, they love me. And I know that. And I hope I don't let them down.
Hello, everybody. It's me, the Stone.
James Stone wishes he had Coffey's problems.
Due to mature subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
MSNBC takes you behind the walls of America's most notorious prisons into a world of chaos and danger. Now, the scenes you've never seen. Lock Up Raw. Inside prisoner jail, regrets are never in short supply.
They actually killed an innocent kid. That haunts me.
And as if watching Lockup isn't warning enough for some,
I'm just telling him he will get up in my butt.
This is the place where people come to die.
prisons and jails use inmates to warn troubled teens before it's too late.
This money your mother's money on weed, huh?
You have an hour's worth of tape, so you...
Others express their regrets with personal cameras. We call inmate cams.
I just wish that I can do it all over again.
During a typical lockup interview, we have our producer, our director of photography, our audio technician, an associate producer, and various staff members in the room, kind of surrounding the inmate. And it can be difficult sometimes to get an intimate interview with so many people around. So we created the inmate cam, where it's basically a small digital camera we give to the inmate.
So we have this camera, it's super simple to use. It's already turned on for you.
They can take it into their cell, turn it on, press record, and the results are dramatic.
We are the world surrounded by serial killers and material girls trapped in men's bodies. Got one eye like Cyclops, replace pets with robots named iPod and Xbox. Fireballs falling from the sky, mudslides where the man can't explain why it's snowing in the summertime with Christian vice lords and Muslim folks feasting off clone sheep, seeking truth as we blind, dude. Time goes by. Doing good, we doing bad in the last days.
A wall badge locked up, extended stay. And hell yeah, the stay is extended. Judge gave me 50 years. 50. That's 5 decades, man. I'm gonna do y'all a quick walk around my cell real quick, man. You know, show y'all my cell, man. Show y'all what's going on in my cell.
Show y'all what I live, how I live. All right, wake up. That's my bed. It ain't that thick, you know what I mean? It's my window. This is my window. That's the gate teasing me with freedom. You see how cars round by? Going places I can't go? I'm trying to paint a picture for you so you can understand what I'm going through.
I look out the window a lot.
A lot of inmates have the hopes and aspirations of going home because of the nature of my crimes, the brutality, the heinous and gruesome events that occurred. I know that I'll never see the streets again.
This right here, as pathetic as that is to say, this is my pillow. Doesn't nobody touch it. Ain't nobody gonna touch it. You know? I put my head on it. I cradle it at night like it's another person, you know? Because it's one of the things you wish you had. Now, do I want the company of another person here? Hell no. As in Ray say, that's another thing I don't understand, but I ain't even gonna get on that subject.
When we give them those cameras, we have no idea what we're going to get. And it's been amazing, really. I mean, they come up with these great angles, come up with fascinating stories. It's funny.
I got a $100 bill tattooed on my
But you know, I can't show that to the camera.
And it's often heartbreaking.
That's all I do is sit here and think about my little boy. Keep his pictures right here under the mat. Man, I don't know. Hell.
I don't have no kids. I don't have a girlfriend.
Philip Stroud, serving life without parole, used his inmate cam to reach out to the families of the 3 men he murdered during a robbery.
Every day I gotta live with what I did. I just wish that I could do it all over again. Not for the sake of being in here. Me being here, because I've been locked up my whole life. But so y'all can have y'all lovers back.
Is this place stressful? Hell yeah, it's stressful. This is one of the stressfulest things you can do. This is what I wake up to every morning. A steel door and a piece of glass. I mean, these places are so petty. They count the